reminder to be standing up here. Some of you know we've been longtime members of Linwood Community Church before God called us into ministry with Cru, Campus Crusade for Christ. But 35 years ago, not today, but 35 years ago from next Sunday, Karen and I, my wife, if you wouldn't just wave, yeah, thanks. Karen and I were standing up here, and we pledged our lifelong love to each other. And Pastor Dave Doherty married us. So it's good to be back in this house of the Lord this week. And so we're excited too, because we see a lot of friendly faces from over the years. We've been back visiting. This time we're visiting. The timing of our visit is Karen's dad just turned 97, Al Chambers. Some of you may know him. And he's on hospice care. But Karen's brother cares for him normally, and he needs a break from time to time. So we're up to help care for Al and Pop. And so that's what brought us up from Texas. We've learned to enjoy Texas, like Texas a lot. We've been there 23 years. Went there in 2000. And God called us to ministry with military. I served in the Army, retired after 22 years of service, mostly in the reserves. Did one deployment to Iraq, and along the way, raising a family, 6 kids. We now have 7 grandkids, and 4 of our 6 kids are married. So our family is up to 19, and some of them were dedicated here. But he led us to Texas, and most of the families in Texas, some Virginia, some Colorado. But now, our latest adventure, we were ministering at Fort Hood, which is now Fort Cavazos, with military of all ranks. We ministered with ROTC cadets, and now we're ministering with veteran college students. These are the guys and gals that have already served. They're now using the GI Bill and other benefits to go back to college. Well, I figured Texas A&M would be a great flagship location for this ministry. I call it Valor Campus Veterans, part of a larger group within Cru called Valor, which is all military students. And these are guys and gals, they are cynical, they have seen a lot of stuff, and they still need Jesus, though. Some of them, they know what it's like to have a chaplain over them, but now they're out, they're going to college, and when we say, hey, we are now the chaplain who would hunt you down and tell you, hey, you need to get to chapel. We're not going to tell you need to get to chapel, but we'll tell you you need Jesus. These are folks, I tell a lot of veteran stories, but if there's children around, there's some stories I just don't tell. But I'll tell just a brief story from my life, my experience in Iraq. There was a time we were on patrol, we stopped, I was part of civil affairs, we're helping rebuild Iraq, and we stopped to inspect a project, and I was rear security, which means I was guarding our unit from on the road from vehicles and people that might approach us. And there was a vehicle approaching us, and in Iraq, you don't say like this to stop. You go like this, and kind of an up and down motion. I'm not sure why. And a car was coming toward us. I didn't know if it was just not paying attention, but we always assume maybe they're going to do us harm. Maybe it has a bomb in it. Don't know. And it continues to come. It continues to get closer to the point where I had to raise my rifle and aim at the car. At that point, it stopped. I'm thankful for that. It wasn't up to no good that day. But I was prepared. If I had to, I would have first shot into the car, the engine block, to try and stop the car. If it continued to get close, I would have had to escalate. But every military man and woman raised their hand, swore an oath to defend our country and promote peace around the world, and possibly lay down their life to do that. And so here's guys and gals that understand when Jesus said to his disciples in the upper room before he was executed, in John 15:13, he said, "Greater love has no man than this, than he lay down his life for a brother." Military men and women understand that, but they get to college, and where they had a lot of camaraderie and they would take a bullet for somebody if they had to, they don't have to now, and they're already 4, 6, 8, maybe 20 years older than the rest of the college students. And so Texas A&M appreciates military, appreciates veterans. So it's a great place to be to help veterans know Jesus. We have locations around the country. There's a buddy of mine at Clemson that I help to lead him to be more intentional. Colorado State University. There's 6 of us scattered around the country trying to help veterans know Jesus. I appreciate your help, your prayers, your financial support from the church and individuals here. I thank you so much for helping us to do what God has called us to do. If you know some folks, some young people that have served, that are going to college and they need Jesus or they need more of Jesus, let us know. We'll figure out who can help minister to them, or I can coach you to help you minister to them. I also want to give a quick family update. Our youngest daughter, Jenna, she wants to be Jenna now, Jennifer, she needed 14 months of care at a facility. She was in some deep depression, anxiety. She was in a bad place. Don't want to share too many details other than God is good, and those of you who have prayed for her, thank you. She is doing so much better. She is now owning her faith, but some folks were generous in helping with the cost of that, and God is good. If you want to find out more about what's going on with our family and our ministry, I have some extra newsletters here from our latest edition, and Jason, I wanted to thank you as you represent the church. The military has what we call coins that challenge coins. Thank you. yeah. I don't know how many challenge coins you have, but thank you on behalf of Valor.
That's a kind thing. Thank you.
And thank you all. This is on behalf of representing the church.